Oh, come on!
Thank you for a new day, a new day. And thank you for every blessing.
Yes, we're living through some tough times, but don't you dare forget how blessed you are. Tell God thank you.
Thank you for my family. We've got a good life.
We've got a good life.
Thank you for a good life. Here I stand with grateful hands pointed toward you to thank you for blessing after blessing. Oh,
Thank you for sending your son to the cross to die for my sins. Here we go.
Thank you, most of all, for Jesus. Thank you for Jesus. Here I stand with grateful hands pointed toward you to thank you for blessing after blessing.
Can't count them all. Can't count them all.
So just say thank you. When I look back and see all that you have done for me, I can't count it all. Gotta say thank you.
Even with chaos and uncertainty all around me, I refuse to fear.
Lord, you just keep sending.
Because he just keeps sending.
Blessing after blessing. Lord, you just keep sending. Blessing after blessing. Ooh, Lord, you just keep sending. Blessing after blessing. Oh, blessing after blessing. After blessing.
Lord, you keep on. Even when I don't deserve it.
Lord, you keep on. If I had 10,000 tongues, it wouldn't be enough. Oh, Lord.
Mama always taught me, when you're really grateful, you say thank you.
You keep on keeping me. Thank you. You never failed me yet. Let me count the ways. Let me count the ways, God.
One more time.
Blessing after blessing after blessing.
We're going to get through this. God's going to send blessing after blessing.
Hallelujah.
After blessing.
Middle Georgia, no one does it like The Glory. 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO.
Roscoe's tour buses are moving safely. Do you have a church group, family reunion, or just a Saturday getaway? Roscoe's Tours is waiting to book your travel today. Local and distance trips, clean, reliable buses ready to go. Call Roscoe's Tours today at 404-304-5600. That's 404-304-5600. Roscoe's Tour Buses.
Vertice Zero Zier is on the new 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO. The Glory.
Even while living 6 feet apart,
Bad things can still happen.
if you get in an accident and been hurt,
Call us. We might be able to help you.
the Dozier Law Firm. We've been here and we'll be here for the duration.
Middle Georgia, help welcome to the WDDO Sunday lineup, the Mount Lebanon Missionary Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Henderson Carswell from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and Macon Call to Action with Mr. Alec Habersham, Sunday evenings at 5 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. Don't miss it right here on 107.9 FM and 980 a.m. WDDO.
History repeats itself. The new dynamic duo, 107.9 FM and 980 AM WDDO. The Glory.
We need you. Listen, if you will. Been through the storm and the rain. I've had heartaches and pain. I've been in a lot of tight places where I had to strain. This is a mean world that we're living in. And the reason why I need you, Jesus, 'cause it's so easy for me to sin. So I'm begging you, Jesus, yeah. Don't let us fall. Oh, please. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Don't let us fall. Been through the storm and the rain. Had heartaches and pain. Been in a lot of tight places. God knows I've had to strain. This is a mean world that we are living in. And the reason why I need you, Jesus, because it's so easy for me to sin. So I'm begging you, Jesus.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Mother Georgia, she's back on live. It's still 980 WPDM. All of a sudden, let's go live into the studio. Sutton.
Hello.
Well, and how are you doing on this hot day?
Good evening.
Oh, you know what? You make me sick. You know what? You didn't use your just for me today, did you, Johnny? I had to do it.
Oh, he got the pop going on.
He got the pop. I like the pop, but I'm just saying sometimes you come in here, the pop be darker than that.
No,
I'm just saying.
I shave it down some.
Oh, because he be having some stuff, and I'm like, it look good though, Emily, don't you think? It looks.
I do.
I like it. I prefer. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
Y'all know this is a big setup.
No, it's not. Let me tell you something. I saw Al Green on the internet. Have you seen Al Green? You know he done got old and fat. That's a lot of us though. But the thing was, Johnny, he done took and put on all that
Al
black.
Green never did anything to
Al
she
Green.
said the man is old and fat. Jesus.
He got, you know what he did? He took and put that shoe polish, and I ain't trying to throw no shade on that.
Amen on the
But let me ask you something, Emily, this is real truth. And to all my listeners, first of all, call in at 478-250-1444. Again, that number is 478-250-1444. Now, I'm not going to get in trouble for this, but if you don't like what I'm about to say, then I understand.
Oh, my goodness.
When you get old like me, and I'm 67 going on 68, I have gray hair. That's what a lot of us do when we get to be in our 60s and stuff. We have gray hair. And then some of us put color on our hair when we get older. And I got that. I put color on my hair, and made it, like a nice, just kind of a light colored, brownish color, whatever. But when you are older and you put that black, that Beijing on your hair, that's what the men use, Beijing, man.
Beijing.
Beijing. And you make yourself real, that make you look older, doesn't it, Emily? Now you the beauty expert. Tell me, doesn't it make you look older when you take and put all that dark?
It's according to what condition your skin is in. If you're not very wrinkled up and all that kind, because a lot of people age differently. I know some people who are 80 years old and got faces that look younger than some of these 20-year-old girls that wear the whole makeup factory.
So to answer your question, the answer is yes. When they put that black dye in their hair, it does make them look older. Men are different from women when it comes to dye in their hair. A man, strangely enough, whether they want to believe it or not, when they become seasoned or old, however you want to put it, and they start to gray, it's actually more handsome. And we expect that. We expect the gray to come out. We expect you to keep your beard nice and trim. And it's a sign of maturity. It's a sign of eldership. It's what they call the silver fox squad. So when you dye it, and we already know how old you are, it just makes you look worse.
But men can say the same thing about women when they see them one day and their hair is 1 inch. Then they see them the next day, and then their hair is down to the ankles.
They sure can.
But that's
it's
not
all
what
about
we're
taste. It's all about taste.
That ain't what we're talking about.
I'll always be here to defend the brothers.
Johnny, let me tell you something.
I will always defend the brothers.
Mean? We're saying that you look good with your beard gray.
No,
I am.
He missed all of that because he's so ready to be a male chauvinist and bash us. He missed the fact that we gave him a whole compliment.
But a whole compliment to my listeners out there. A whole compliment. In fact,
and still hasn't said thank you yet.
Thank you. Can't you just say thank you?
Gracias.
Can't you just say thank you?
Gracias.
Look at Henry has.
Thank you so very much. I'll pay you all for that compliment later.
He has gray hair and it makes him look great. I mean, he's got dark skin, he's got nice skin, and he's got that gray. It looks good.
So let me ask you a question. So, ladies, what do you think about? Because I see a lot of young people in the 20s that dye their hair gray. What do you think about that?
I think that's a.
You mean the gray weave that everybody's doing? It's a new color.
Yeah.
That don't make me.
I don't
feel no kind of way. I mean, I guess because I work in the beauty industry, so I've seen every hair color known to men. So gray doesn't make me feel any kind of different way.
You're saying the dark color doesn't look good on an older person. So I'm asking, what's your opinion about the gray? How it looks on a younger person?
It looks fine on them because they have because of their skin, because they're actually young and you can look at them and tell they're young. So it's fine.
It's almost like, this is just my opinion. When they're young and their hair is gray, you know that they're doing that intentionally. They're not trying to look older. It's, I want this, this cute gray bob or this cute gray whatever. And so I'm going to go through the process and dye my hair. And you understand that they got the gray hair because that's just the color they want, not because they're trying to look older. So when men are in their 60s or 70s and they go dye their hair, we know you're dyeing your hair because you're trying to look younger. You're trying to cover up the gray.
So the guys who gray early, like when they're in their 30s or 40s, and they dye their hair black, you're saying that's okay.
Yeah. No, I don't think, this is just me personally, I don't think a guy should dye his hair. Once you start graying, I think you should let your gray show.
And we don't think women should wear weave.
By the way, I don't have a problem. Look at that. Somebody get Mr. Jackson, get him. Okay, Nedra, you're right. It's all preference, but I'm just saying that, I found that
That's what I was saying.
I spent so much money. I spent so much money on trying to keep my hair, trying to get my hair, keep it colored because my roots were growing out so quick. I couldn't afford it. I mean, I just could not afford to keep up with it. She said, "What's the difference between a woman dyeing her hair black versus a man?" Nothing. The man's skin.
Very much, Miss Odom.
Let me say, Miss Odom. Let me tell you something. When I looked up and I wish I had that picture so I could put it up there. Child.
That was my point. Exactly.
Listen, I wish I had that picture of Al Green. Not only was when a man get old, I don't know what kind of mask. Hey, Steve, what's up? We got a caller. How you doing? Hello, caller.
How you doing today?
We're doing fine.
Let me tell you this right here.
Oh, Jesus.
I use mascara on my hair.
Yeah, it's easier to manage, isn't it?
I use mascara and I bake it on with a blow dryer.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's serious.
Yeah, listen to the whole story. I buy that Pretty Girl beauty supply on Eisenhower Parkway next to Rim Time.
That's right, Leon.
She was saying I would look good with a touch of gray. I don't want a touch of nothing.
There you go, man.
If you look at my mustache, I got mascara in my drawer. When I get ready to do a TV interview,
yes,
I make sure I got a touch of mascara on my mustache. I don't want it. I don't want it.
There you go, man.
Now, everybody got their own. Listen, brother, everybody got their own thing.
Okay.
Right?
That's all I was saying.
Because we live in the greatest country in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or do.
Okay. So those that want to wear gray, those that like gray, that's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm simply talking about Marion Leon Jones. Yes, that's my first name. I don't want no gray in my hair. I don't want it. I don't want it.
And see, that's
so
all I was saying.
So do you plan on doing that for the rest of your life?
As long as I'm living, I'm going to have a black stuff in there.
There you go, brother.
Okay.
That's all I was
mascara.
saying.
But Leon, now you don't look bad. Now I'm telling you, Al Green was messed up. What is it when these men get old and they get these black splotches in their face? They look like butterfly spots or something in their face.
Yeah, but Brenda, I'm not no spring chicken now. Okay, now listen, I'm on the treadmill Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:00.
Okay,
I walk 2 miles. All right. But I'll be 71 years old on the 20th of this month.
Okay.
Okay. I do not want to look my age. I dress conservative. I don't overkill. I don't wear loud colors and everything. I take pride in myself and the way I look. I do not want a whole lot of gray in my hair. I do not want a lot of gray in my mustache. I got my mascara in my car. In my desk, I got more mascara in my shaving kit than Sheila got in her pocketbook.
I agree, Randy.
Randy, I ain't lying on Leon. You telling the story. You the one that's telling the story.
No, I'm not, brother. I tell you what, brother.
Ricky I ain't lying on Leon.
I tell you what, brother. I tell you what, brother.
What?
Brother, you check your phone. Let me tell you, Johnny. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna send Brenda a picture. Every bottle of mascara I got in my bathroom, in my car, in my office, I'm gonna send a picture, and you look at the location.
I will.
I would take it and put it on the All of a Sudden Facebook page. Y'all heard me. Ricky,
I buy the Pretty Girl. I buy the Pretty Girl beauty supply next to Rim Time on Eisenhower Parkway.
So that means someone needs to go over to Pretty Girl next to Rim Time on Eisenhower Parkway and buy all the black mascara.
Buy it all
so
Leon
that he cannot
get it.
No, just tell him Leon Jones sent you.
I ain't lying. Leon, you know what? That's awful.
Everybody, that's just my thing.
It's to each his reach.
You Brenda, what you been knowing now? 25 years?
Yeah.
You notice the way I dress?
Yes.
When I dress sharp, I don't wear colored shirts. I wear white shirts, long sleeve, year round. Okay, if I wear a color shirt, it's a uniform shirt, and I don't wear a necktie. I don't wear color shirts. I don't wear real pointed toe shoes. It's Stacey Adams or Cole Haan or Johnson Murphy.
Go on.
I don't wear loud colors. I don't.
Well, you know what? I didn't say you was. I was just talking about the shoe polish, and my friend Leon, and I ain't lying on him. Leon said he don't use that shoe polish. Beijing is in there. He used mascara.
I use the mascara. I tell you what, I'm gonna send you a picture. You check your phone.
Okay. Okay. Well, Leon,
right, have a good day.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Leon.
What exactly do you agree with, Johnny?
Because he and Miss Odom said the same thing I was saying.
Miss Odom,
Miss
Odom, don't be agreeing with Leon. See,
it's to each his reach.
Homie, you know what? You right. Homie, the cloud. I didn't say that. You know what, Leon? That's
Randy, you in real form.
You know what
today,
I think the biggest question is.
Oh, that's Ricky. Yeah. You got your broom with you, don't you? I know you got your broom.
Listen. The biggest question is what is our obsession, just as a whole? What is our obsession with wanting to look younger?
Well, because that's what the same reason why women think that men want them to look like the video vixens and the long hair and all that. But the older guy, I'm trying to answer. A man is trying to answer your question, and men think that the younger women. Yeah, boy, it says it on my birth certificate. I'm not confused. God didn't make no mistake. So what they have on it, what they have is men do the same thing. They think that a lot of the women they want to appeal to, that's what they like. They like the Beijing look and the dark hair look. They think that they don't, and they want to attract a younger person. So that's the same thing. I mean, it's just
I put like
what
this.
people do.
Now I can say while I'm talking about the Beijing and the mascara, I didn't say nothing about the mascara. That's Leon.
But I know about that. That's good
I
stuff.
do. But
good
I
stuff.
do. But I do like beauty enhancements. Now I'm not going to tell. I do get Botox.
Brenda, you know what? I just figured out why you and Emily don't want men to wear Beijing and that stuff, so they won't be messing up them ladies' pillowcases.
Well, that's true too, because there's some nasty stuff on the pillowcase. I bet you'll never get that out. And you know, I mean, you'll never get that black stuff out of there. That's some nasty stuff. And then I want to know, well, you know what? I had a certain person that was wait.
Men want women to feel what they feel.
By the way, you remember when Rudy Giuliani was on the TV and he was up there sweating and all of his and his dye was streaking down. Remember that?
That was
pretty bad.
You didn't see that.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was.
I mean, he
like it was really bad. It's like
somebody gotta send me that.
Some of his handlers should have just come up to.
Well, catch one, you right.
Or something.
Come in,
you know,
right
catch
quick.
one said when you look good, you feel good. I agree with you. I agree with you, Cash One. But you know what? You don't have to. You ain't got to take and put all that black stuff on there now. I'm just saying, you know, because it look, you know, it just look fake to me. Whatever you do.
So, and I say again,
she said, when you look good, you feel good.
Why don't we feel good in our natural state?
You know, Steve, I don't know if Steve's supposed to be coming home.
It's like when you feel like you look good, because it ain't necessarily that you look good. It's when you feel like personally you look good. Remember that little skit they used to do on Saturday Night Live?
What?
To look good is to feel good. To look good is to feel good. They used to have this little running skit that was always talking about if you look good, you feel good.
Well, you know what? Now some people think they look good and they don't. Okay, but then they may feel.
So that's what y'all was saying about the Beijing. The guy think he look good, but he don't.
Exactly. I mean, I'm telling you.
But somebody's attracted to that look now.
No, it's just them attracted to themselves. Now, Leon, you my friend, everything. I love you and everything. But you know what? I bet you money.
Leon, send those pictures to Brenda, please.
And here's the thing. I never even paid attention to Leon. But now every time I see him and look at him, all I'm going to think about is this black mascara in your head. I can't wait for him to sweat one day when I'm around and just see that mascara start running. I hope he got the waterproof kind.
So be prepared for Emily to walk up to you with a blow dryer.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's not gonna run because it's baked on with a blow dryer, ma'am.
You bake it on with a blow.
What do you think? I'm Rudy Giuliani? I just sent Brenda a picture of what I use.
Hey, wait a minute. I just sent it to Mr. Jackson, so you can, Mr. Jackson, check your
Lord.
phone so that you can take it and put it up on the screen.
Is it a certain brand?
It's for pretty girls. It's cheap.
It's a quick, the quick cover root touch up called Kiss.
Kiss.
By Kiss. Oh, so you're actually, it's not a mascara. You're actually using.
I just sent you a picture
a
of
hair product. Okay.
I just sent it to Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, take a look at your phone so you can put that up on the screen so everybody can see it.
Hey, Brenda.
What?
Tell Mr. Jackson once he touch it, get a blow dryer. Don't put the blow dryer too close to his hair, and bake it on there.
Yeah, cause Mr. Jackson be doing all that.
Mr. Jackson be doing the extra.
Hey, y'all gonna get up off of Mr. Jackson.
You know, wait a minute. Jones Brothers is
I know you got your broom with you today, man. I know you got your broom. Crawford, I know you have your broom.
You got the picture, Brenda?
Wait a minute.
Brenda, you got the picture?
Hey, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, we got the picture.
We got the picture. Can you, Mr.
All
Jackson,
right.
can you put that on the screen? Mr. Jackson, you know what? Tell me, Ricky Crawford. Ricky, you know you don't put no color in your hair. I haven't known Ricky to do it. I think Ricky celebrate his gray.
Steve said I would never ever put that stuff on me.
You know, well.
Well, let me catch you in that same line with Leon.
I ain't lying. You know, Leon will beat you up if you go in that pretty girls and try to get
walk into that store.
I'm finna go and buy all that.
You gonna buy it all?
I'm gonna buy it all.
Let this buy it all so that Leon can't have none.
So we can see a little gray poking out. I bet he gonna be somewhere scratching and itching. Scratching and itching like a crackhead, like I need my stuff. I need my stuff. Hey man, you got that cover up. Hey.
They just hate Leon.
You know what though, Leon? What Sheila should do when she get mad at you is hide that blow dryer. See, that's what she need to do. When she get mad at Leon,
if he got those little sticks of mascara, whatever, in all those different spots, I'm sure he has more than one blow dryer.
But no, he ain't got but one blow dryer.
He got one in the car.
Leon ain't got but one it's not where he get, but Leon.
And he probably got that blow dryer from Pretty Girl too.
He probably got it too. I wonder, do he have the one with the directional tip on so he can just blow it in one direction? You know.
Every time I see him from now on, I'll be like, "What's up, mascara?"
Oh, what you doing?
What's up, cover up?
Yeah.
That's okay, Leon. Be you, my brother. Be you.
I'm sorry, Leon. You know what? We need a little funny every now and then. That's some good stuff.
Be true to you.
Be true to you. You know, you're right. Ain't no woman ever asked me for gray hair.
Because we're not going to.
We're not going to ask you for no gray hair. Guys look nice. I don't care. And by the way,
let me say this. This is the truth. A woman is never going to ask you to cut. Well, I can only speak for myself. We're not going to ask you to cover up your gray. I feel like we're more accepting of you as you are than vice versa. Like if I meet you at a grocery store randomly, wherever, and you have gray hair, I'm not going to start dating you and then ask you to go dye your beard or your mustache or your hair. I accepted you as you were. So
I don't know no men who meet women and say, "Can you go get some weave, please?"
Well, most of the time, if a woman wears weave when you meet her, she's gonna have.
No, I'm saying if you
hair.
meet her without weave and you like her, I don't think you're gonna say, "Hey, you know what? You ought to try some weave." I don't know if a man to do that.
I bet he probably won't. I mean, a man ain't gonna say try weave. He'll say, "Well, what you gonna do with your hair this time, baby?" Or, "Well, what you gonna go get your hair done?"
And I think men are really attracted to women who have that salt and pepper look. You know, like Brenda's hair is gray and black combined. It's that salt and pepper thing. Mm-hmm. So that's really as far as a distinguished, if you want to use that for an explanation.
I am going to say this. Y'all are slow. We are slow, and we love you too. Let me just say this to you. I get more compliments, and this is for the guys that I did this. You know, Leon, you don't need it. You know, I don't need it either because, you know, I got hearing. But I get more compliments on my gray and my look that I have than I get, okay?
But yours is not totally gray though. See?
Okay, if y'all are on Facebook,
it almost is.
If y'all on Facebook, take a look at it. There he is right there. Look right there.
I see.
Yeah, put it down a little bit. That's it. That's it, Lee. That's it, Leon.
Everybody run and go get the quick cover
So guys,
from Pretty Girl on Eisenhower.
So guys, if
so
you
we
don't,
can see what Leon looked like for real.
If you don't have time to go to the barbershop and get the Beijing, this is the solution right here.
Stop it.
But you have to have the blow dryer according to our court.
You got to have the blow dryer because if you don't, it'll get on your bed.
So pretty soon you're gonna go to somewhere, Costco's or somewhere, and be like, "Oh, we're looking for the blow dryer." It's like, no, it's sold out.
We ain't getting none
don't
in
be
for another
buying
6 months.
Ricky, you're a nice looking guy, period. You know, you're a nice looking guy, and you know what? And she said a silver head is a crown of glory. Hallelujah. I believe that because, you know, gray is a nice thing. It looks like you have wisdom and stuff. Johnny talking smack and everything. But Johnny, we like your beard.
No, that's fine.
I was going to say, we even like your eyebrows has got gray.
But dig this, the silver haired head is. So I thought one time they said it was the hair was the crown of glory. Now it got to be silver.
You know, talking about he wouldn't take it if it was free.
Don't let me catch you in that line behind Leon.
I ain't lying. You know, I saw Ricky Crawford the other day going to Pretty Girls. Why you was running so hard to Pretty Girls? You know he was trying to get you some of that quick cover.
Don't let me catch you running, you know, trying to fight Leon to get to the register first.
You ain't lying. You look, he gonna be fighting with Ricky Crawford. That's some funny stuff right there.
I know Crawford got his broom today, man. He is in rare form.
I know it. He dropping them like it's hot.
Yeah.
Steve, are you in Macon because you were supposed to come for a visit? Wasn't he supposed to come for a visit?
Emily is preoccupied at the moment.
Oh, wasn't Steve supposed to come for a visit?
He did say he was.
Steve, you told us you were coming. Are you here? Or are you like in your?
What were you doing over there just then, Emily?
It's talking to people that are asking me about the show.
Oh, okay. Because we were talking to you and you just ignored us.
Well, no, I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just answering somebody that was asking me about the show.
Oh, tell them, hey.
Said they couldn't find it on AM, so I was telling them where to find it on FM.
Well, you know what? That's what to do. Okay. You know, you saw me with a pretty girl. Brenda got that right. You know what? Tell me, all right, see, there you go. I did see you. I hope it was a pretty woman and not a pretty girl. Okay.
Well, you know what? 100. He says he's a 100% Macon, Georgia man.
Oh, okay.
He says he's back home in Alexandria, Virginia.
Segue to something y'all want to talk about?
You know what? It is 100% man. For those that are listening out there.
These two ladies sent a text today talking about the subject.
No, not these two ladies.
Oh,
Brenda.
well, Brenda sent a text today. Let me do my T's and everything now. Brenda sent a text today with a subject matter that she wanted to tackle on air.
Okay. How would you handle and Jonathan, I can't think of Jonathan's last name, but he listens to us all the time. And he said that a friend of his, you know, that he had a relationship with, and this is a guy friend, son approached him and said that he was gay. And with that,
wait a minute, hold up. Explain that again.
Jonathan's friend's son, the friend's son approached his father and said, I am gay. Okay. And the father became livid and put the child out. Okay. Put the son out. And at that point, Jonathan was upset because he said, you should not do that. If your child come out and tell you that they are gay, that there is no reason for you to put that child out the house. So the today's discussion was, how would you handle if your child came out and said that they, like men,
were homosexual?
They were homosexual. How would you deal with that? So that is a topic. And you know, he sent it to us, and I thought, you know what, we're the people on the show that deal with controversy. There's some folk out there that's going to say, you know what, it's a sin. And so I got all of that. But you know, when it's your child, are you going to take and put your child out the house? Are you going to be one to say, I love my child regardless of what their preference is? Or do you think that we have gone too far with accepting people and their lifestyles?
Well, here's the thing. I was just talking to my son's girlfriend earlier about this, and I said simply this: all I'm entitled to do is treat you with dignity and respect as a human being. I do not have to accept your lifestyle. And I think we need to stop. They're pushing a narrative, and they have been for the last 10 to 12 years, and trying to make this the societal norm. And, oh, it's okay. And everybody's, gay, or everybody's, a lesbian, so forth, so on and so forth. But all I have to do is treat you with respect because you're a human being. And I give that to anybody. Under no circumstance do I have to be okay with your lifestyle. And I need you to be okay with the fact that I'm not okay with it. Stop trying to shove it down my throat. Stop trying to make me be okay with the fact that, your lifestyle is a lifestyle that you choose. Now, if it was my son, of course it's my child. I'm still going to love my child, but you can love someone and not be okay with their lifestyle.
Miss, is that Melinda?
Melinda.
What do you, Matilda? What do you mean in response to what does that still my child mean?
What I just said.
No, what I'm saying is in terms of whether or not that will be your child if you put them out as well. So what I'm saying is, do you put them out because they disagree with what you believe in, or they're going to still be your child whether they stay or leave? They're going to still be your child. So when you say that's still my child, does that mean because they came to you with some disagreeable information, does that mean you're not going to put them out, or you would put them out? What does that mean?
She said, no, sir, she's not good. She's not going to put them out.
Okay.
That's what. And let me just say, I brought that up because I know a lot of people that are dealing with this situation. I'm like you, Emily. I don't have to like your lifestyle.
Right.
And it's not because it's just I don't have to like it. It's not you need that person.
Okay,
that child needs to. That child needs to like them, like themselves and their lifestyle. But mama don't have to like it, and mama is not gonna like it.
So they need to adhere to your lifestyle while they're living with you.
Well,
it's not adhering to my lifestyle. You have to respect. If you're living in my home, you have to respect my home.
That's what I'm saying.
If you know that I'm not okay with something,
don't bring that activity to your house.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't bring, if you're a male and you're a homosexual, you can't bring your boyfriend by the house.
That's
every
what
day.
I'm
like, I will respect you, and I'm still gonna love you, and I'm gonna support you. But if you know that that's something I'm uncomfortable with, I think we have to stop trying to force people to be comfortable with things that they're not comfortable with or they're not okay with. It's your life. It's your lifestyle. As long as I'm not being disrespectful to you, I'm not being ugly towards you, I'm not going out of my way to make your life miserable, then you have to be okay with the fact that, you know what, my mama, this is not what she's okay with. Now, you have some moms that love the fact that they have a homosexual son or daughter, and that's okay as well. But this whole narrative of trying to force us to be okay with something that is, in my opinion, I'm gonna say this again, in my opinion, is not natural. This is just something that's not natural, and you're trying to force me over. And we've all seen the agenda. It's in every movie. It's in every commercial that you turn on. It's all over the internet. It's all over social media. It's everywhere they can stick that image. They're sticking it, even on Walmart commercials, on medicine commercials. They're pushing the narrative because eventually in the next 10 years, we won't even be having this conversation because it will be so readily accepted. Nobody's going to even think or blink twice.
I don't, and I'm just saying for myself personally, I'm raising a daughter, my granddaughter, who's 9. I'm uncomfortable with her seeing same gender loving people embracing in public. Okay. But and I'm uncomfortable with that. And I have a right to be.
You don't want her to see that.
I do not.
You don't want her to see 2 men kissing.
I do not.
You don't want her to see 2 women kissing.
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. And it's not okay.
And once they become adults, like, you have the right to choose
whoever you want.
Yeah, or whatever lifestyle that that you want to choose. But while you're in my house and you're underage, you're gonna have to abide by my rules. And I think that's in any situation, whether we're talking about homosexuality or anything else.
Heterosexual,
like,
it doesn't matter. And I think that I brought it up because I understand how Jonathan felt with that. But and But if she asks you, explain it to her, and that's the problem. That's the problem. I don't want to have to explain to her because the issue is going to be it's not okay. It is not okay for you to have for you to be kissing your girlfriend like that in there. I'm not okay with that. Now I'm going to love her if that's her choice, if that's what she chooses to do. I'm not going to put her out. But no, I ain't going to be celebrating that. Now on the legal part of me that says, you work in a hospital. Yes, if she is involved with a partner or something like that, and they have a relationship and it comes down to making legal decisions, I think there needs to be some sort of legal document, which it is now in place, that they can make medical decisions on that behalf. And, there are some things that need to be in place for people who are same gender loving people. I got that. But no, I'm not comfortable with that. And I do believe that we've gotten to the point. I was talking to my cousin and, and I'm like, okay, you've got all the different acronyms, and then you've got pansexual, this sexual, that sexual. If it's not okay, I would explain to her rather than answer from, I get you. You're right. You're right.
This question is not a new question for society. And what over my years, what I've seen happen is that the homosexual community has some sort of way put out this narrative that they don't understand or can't understand how the people on the other side are saying that they are not against the homosexual person. They're against homosexuality. They're against the act of it being in my house or in my car. They're saying, no, I cannot make you feel that if you're a man, I cannot make you feel differently than if you feel like you like another man, that's your feeling. But I can ask you, no, don't be rubbing and kissing on a man in my car. Don't be rubbing and kissing on a man in my house, because that's an act. And I think that that community brings this gray cloud that conflicts, because a homosexual and homosexuality are two different things to me. Being a homosexual and the act of it are two different things. That's like if you say, I know my son is a drug user, but he's not going to smoke weed in my house. That's a great analogy. He smokes weed, but you're not going to bring weed in my house. You're not going to smoke weed in my house. And so, yeah, you identify. Yeah, I know he smokes, but not in my house. You're not going to smoke.
But you're not going to put him out. You're going to let him live in your house.
As long as he doesn't smoke in my house. But when he comes and starts smoking in my house, when he knows I don't want him smoking in my house, it's time for her to go. I don't care what they believe. Well, it's legal everywhere now. We got dispensaries, right? They just, it's giving jobs down the street. We got a dispensary. The mayor just went and checked out a dispensary, and it can bring jobs and help the economy and all that. Why can't I smoke weed in the house? It's paying taxes. It's paving the roads. They'll start justifying it every way they can. When in the end, all you saying to them is not in my house. And then they make it be a point of you hate them or something.
No,
when
it's
not about me hating you. It's just, I don't want that in my house. It's what you're doing I don't like.
And that's
it's
my whole
not
point.
You.
Yeah.
It's not you.
Say
it's
it,
what
John.
you're doing that I don't like. And that's where they paint this gray area and try to conflict everybody into thinking that because a person's stance is against homosexuality, their stance is against that person, and it's not. That doesn't mean I won't buy you something to eat if you're hungry. That doesn't mean I won't stop and help you change your tire if you're on the side of the road and I know that you're gay. I'll still stop and help you.
Right.
But you're not going to be kissing another dude in the backseat of my car when I just gave y'all two a ride. Time for y'all to get out.
And this was a tough subject because I felt like I said a lot of times, we're faced with this. We're faced with this in our families. All of us have some, I can't think of, homosexual men and women, but mostly we have homosexual men in our family, like that. And we just love them. We love them, don't have a problem with them and their lifestyle per se, but you want to know something about them? I'm just going to say my family. they are not disrespectful to the other family members by doing certain things. I mean, it seems to me that they have respect. Like they don't bring their boyfriend or their girlfriend around the elders and just different things like that. They just don't.
Then there's no saying, that's discrimination. How come you can't bring, they say they love you, but you can't bring your who you love to the house. See, they make all these gray areas. When the thing of it and the new, then
they're
another
trying
thing
to force you to be okay with their lifestyle.
And then another one that I've heard over the years is when people go biblically about it. Oh, that's the Old Testament. No, the New Testament and the Old Testament have the same stance.
But you know what, though?
The difference is the New Testament talks about forgiveness if you change. The Old Testament doesn't.
But let me just say this about all of that. I brought it up because I know there are some people that are listening out there who may have children who may have chosen that particular lifestyle. I'm going to suggest to you, don't put them out your house.
Oh, no, that's not what you were saying.
That's right. And I'm saying, don't put them out. Embrace and love them and explain to them just like we're talking about it on the show. You love your children, but you don't love the lifestyle.
Yeah, not what
and some people can deal with the lifestyle, and that's fine. But for those of us who can't, then we just have to tell them.
Yeah, and stop making that parent be a evil, mean, rotten person because they don't want that lifestyle in their house. And that's what the trick is. So all of a sudden now, you know, your mom just so mean and hateful. Your dad's so mean and hateful. They just hateful people. You know, how can they say they're a Christian and they, you know, and they confusing things.
That's right. But it's sad, but society makes it hard for some of them to come out. And I agree.
Not now.
Well,
I don't know where you been under a rock.
Not now.
No, it is hard for some of them to come out. And just like Jonathan brought this up as a subject, and I hope you're listening out there, Jonathan. If you are, call in. That number is 478-250-1444. We love to hear from you. That number is 478-250-1444. It does make them difficult. It does make it difficult for some to come out. But you know, let me just say this, Matilda. And I'll tell you this is a great story. It only takes, I was in a mall one day and I saw this woman and I said, oh my God, you know, you're really beautiful. And she was just gorgeous. And I said, I'm not gay or anything. I just wanted to let you know how nice you looked. And she said, I am gay and it's okay. And
so it was actually a man.
No, it was a woman.
Oh, okay.
But my point to you was we had a conversation and she said, I'm very comfortable with who I am. And so I don't have a need to, you know, dress really provocatively, you know, like she didn't have a need to do that. She celebrated her femininity, but she had made a choice to be with women. I did talk to her and I asked her what happened. And this is not going to be for everybody. She said she was assaulted by a woman at an early age. So that may be what happened to some people. And that's something deep. Andrea, I have to come on. Andrea, if you listen, I certainly hope you come on with this and straighten us out. But I just know that in the churches now, and I'm just saying that, you know, the church itself, you know, they've got, I don't know, is it in Florida, Johnny, where they got the first man? The pastor is a man, and then haven't you seen the first man?
I've seen it. It's called the pastor and the first gentleman.
No, this first gentleman.
Oh, okay.
Like pastor and the first lady, it's the pastor and the first gentleman.
And I think it may be a couple of churches that are like that.
And I'm going to do some research today after the show and go and look in the Bible where it says anything about a first lady or anything about a first gentleman.
Well, it's in there, and
it is not.
And I think about the thing about making it hard to come out. I do know that there are some people out there who just hate people who make that choice. Now, I think they got a problem. You shouldn't. Why should you hate something? It's not contagious. You can't catch it like a cold. It's not like COVID. You know.
See, that's just a trick, I think, of that community. Like she's saying, how they're manipulating commercials and television and marketing and all that. It's like, just because I say to you, look, if I'm a dude, I'm a man, and I'm sitting there and I'm on the basketball court or something, or just a guy, and I see a man looking at me like in between my legs, like, I'm like, hey, what you doing? Hey, man, that ain't going on. And then they make me like an evil guy. I'm not an evil guy. You know, all I had to do was tell them I don't have to tell you nothing. You ain't got no business looking at me like that, man.
But you know what though, Johnny, and I think it's a hard subject to tackle, and it's even hard with parents. And let me just say, there's some young people who are having suicidal, and this is the sad part about Matilda.
I'm not going to apologize for being a man. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm not asking you to, but
no, I ain't talking to you. I'm just saying everybody who's listening.
But for the parents out there whose children are struggling. Now, I'm going to have to agree with Andrea. She had said some children are born with chromosomal issues, and some children, you know, I have seen some children, okay, and I know you have too, Emily. When you looked at it, they were little bitty, like 2 and 3 years old.
Talking about like the little boy on Bernie Mac show.
I mean, I'm trying to tell you. You looked at that little boy and you said, okay, we know where he going.
But just because you have a certain feeling doesn't mean you have to act on it. And I think
but basically, I think that may be something with nature with that, because them children come out like that.
But I'm saying, what about the crack baby? So the crack baby comes out desiring drugs, but do we try to deter them from the drugs, or do we just accept that they want drugs? Something? We try to deter them from that. By the way,
but I do think that we need to, as a society, you know, number one, learn, and this is just a discussion, learn when there's too much tolerance. Okay.
Well, what about the transgender man that just won Miss Maryland?
I saw it.
Yeah, Miss Maryland, the Miss Maryland pageant that leads up to Miss America.
You see, that's
it's a transgender man has won that.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. A man won the
Miss Maryland.
See, that's just as bad as a man winning the women's freestyle in the Olympics.
By the way,
that's sad.
That's right.
And
you can feel like you're a girl all you want, but if you are a boy, a male,
you're a male.
You're supposed to be, just because you suck at competing against other males don't mean you're supposed to go over and beat all the girls.
But I'd rather them be true. Some men are marrying women knowing you telling the truth. You telling the truth. And I would rather them tell the truth too, because that's part of it, you know, is that there are some men who use the women as a beard. They don't want a woman.
So they do that to get the job or get accepted into certain places in society.
It's a lot of them that do that.
Yeah, men and women.
Yeah. Know good and well that they don't want a man or a woman, but yet and still go marry one. I agree with them and giving them all kind of diseases and things.
Or go out and have babies. Men go out and impregnate these women and having babies left and right, and know darn well.
But you know, what's her name? Caitlin, who played basketball, and she transgender.
No,
Caitlin.
No, stop.
No, I don't know if she's or not.
No, I'm just saying.
No,
nothing has been said to that nature.
Okay, but then I'm wrong. Then I thought she was transgender.
I thought you were talking about Caitlyn Jenner.
That's what I thought she was talking
about.
Is
it the one that played basketball, WNBA, or what?
No, nothing has come out.
Okay, but then I was wrong on that. Excuse me.
She having a hard enough time to fight that one.
But you know, but
but the Miss Maryland pageant, just a few days ago, I think it was Thursday or Friday, they crowned Miss Maryland, and I don't even know it. She is a transgender.
So you like Dave Chappelle? Don't know what kind of pronoun to use.
I don't. I mean,
but should you? And that's going to be a conversation. Because she chose that. You know, I don't. You know, should she be allowed to compete in women's?
No.
Wow.
Because at the end of the day, I was just talking to, again, my son's girlfriend about this earlier. I am a woman anatomically because of what's inside of my body. I have a womb. I have a uterus, a cervix. I have fallopian tubes. I have ovaries. Those things, and I have mammary glands, breast. But specifically, I have a womb. That's what differentiates me between a male and a female.
So you saying you can think you're a man all you want, but you're still a female,
right? You're still in this case, he's a man. If you don't got no cervix, no uterus, no fallopian tubes, no ovaries, you are a man. Period.
And by the
Point
way,
blank. I don't care how many hormones you take. You shoot yourself up with hormones to start developing breasts, to soften up your skin, to stop hair from growing on your face and on your body. You got 1,000 hormones running through your body right now. But at the end of the day, when you lay on Leon's table and he cuts you open, guess what he gonna put on that death certificate?
Female.
male.
All right, Leon,
Male.
you got to tell me what it is. When they're transgendered, you may need to text us or call us and tell us what it is like that.
Oh, you're wondering if they put on a death certificate?
But let me just say.
But I mean, that is a good question for the coroner, because I've always told people when you pass away, it doesn't matter what you identify as.
How many dresses
when
you
pass
wore?
away,
if you were born a man,
if you were a man, that coroner you a man.
I don't know. But I do know
that's
this.
a good question.
As far as
when you born, your birth certificate, you born he was born a man.
But let me just say this:
I'm with you.
But I got you. But as a Christian, as a person who loves God, because I love God, I'm going to love everybody.
I love them all.
And that's it. You're going to love people regardless of their
acts. And that's what I was saying earlier, that they try to confuse you saying you don't like homosexuality with you saying you don't like them. And that's not what people say.
What you say, Matilda? What about the children that are born with both? And that becomes a problem right there. I went to college with a girl like that, Matilda.
See, talking about hermaphrodites.
Hermaphrodites.
I went to college with a girl like that.
And that's
her mother chose the wrong genitalia and made her a girl when she should have been a boy. And I think that girl committed suicide.
And here's the thing.
I think she committed suicide.
I think we need to decide. You have to look at the picture for bigger than what it is. Some of them are born with both genitalia, but if you don't have a womb, then in my opinion, I would make them a boy. If you don't have a female womb and you have both genitalia, then I would make you.
I don't know how they made the choice, but they did make a choice to make her a girl. And I want to say
I'm saying that would be my choice if she has the female accessories, is what I call it. If you have the female accessories on the inside and you're born with both genitalia, I would make you a female, because that's going to be what you're going to walk around a dude and still be having a menstrual cycle. Like, no, I'm going to make you a female. Now, if you're born with both genitalia and you don't have a womb, then to me that's I
don't know.
It says, has there ever been a true hermaphrodite? True hermaphroditism is a rare cause of intersexuality in which both ovarian and testicle tissue are present at the same time. It says that it is very rare, except in South Africa, where the most common intersex condition, the most frequent presenting condition. So it's
rare.
Yeah, it's super rare.
But let me just tell you though, but you can look at some children. I know that I have, Matilda. I've looked at these children and I said, okay, I already know. But we're bringing up the issue is, how would you deal with that as a parent? And the way I believe you should deal with it as a parent is with love. And no, but let me just say this.
But you're saying, but with boundaries.
But I would do that with any child.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But with
any
but see,
child.
they try to make you think that you got to do that a special issue.
So
if you don't like certain things in your house and you let that child know you don't like that in the house, they cannot be defiant and talk and make you do it.
That's why I like the analogy you made about reefer.
Yeah.
You may smoke all the reefer you want
Outside of my house.
but you ain't gonna smoke it in my house.
That's simple as that. And that don't mean you hate your child because you tell them they can't do it in your house.
No,
you still love your child.
But you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that in my house. If I tell you, look at here, I don't want you doing all that drinking and stuff. By the way, if you're gonna drink and get drunk, don't come home.
Right.
I'm like, what you gonna come in my house like that for? No, you're not coming in there like that.
But then when you get your own house,
you do what you want to do. And that's what, when I met this young lady who was a same gender loving person, she made a point to tell me that when you accept yourself, you don't really care whether or not other people accept you. And that put me in a whole different headspace, because I said, well, people who choose that lifestyle need to accept themselves. It's not important for me to accept it. It's important for them.
In the scenario you presented, how old were these people?
I don't remember. I guess I was like in my 30s.
No, the one you opened the show with, the scenario of the kid that went and told their father that they were gay.
They didn't tell me.
I was just wondering, was it
I saw it. He said
was it
underage
minor or something or what?
He said that the boy was 24.
What? You have time for him to go and be whatever he wanted to be, all he could be.
Oh, did he put
outside of his house?
Oh, is he responding to us on the web?
He's said, I remember he said, I think the boy was 24.
I thought y'all talking about he put out a 12-year-old.
No. But it still makes it hard. But I am
24 years old. You can go be all you can be.
But there's a lot of people who are having challenges, and by the way, and a lot of people who are, and as Matilda said, a lot of these young people are having issues, and they're not able to cope, and they're unaliving themselves. So, before someone do that, I think they should talk to their parents.
I agree, but I also think some of it's self-inflicted because they try to make it confusion with you saying, I don't like homosexual, I don't like the act, but I love you. You're a homosexual. You just told me you're homosexual. I love you still. That did not change my love for you because you tell me you're homosexual. But the act of it, if you're going to start kissing a man in my face, then no, I don't like that.
And I think the challenge of the church, if you want to look at it like that, is to show people you can love a person and not like their lifestyle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think that is a spiritual lesson about love, and what Jesus really is about. It's like you don't judge, you don't do that, but you do love.
Yeah.
And you can love. But if I say you can't do certain things in my house,
you can't do certain things in my house.
And that's where I'm kind of coming from. So, Jonathan, I think that you should show some compassion for your friend.
Yeah.
Show a little compassion for him because, he was probably shocked.
Yeah, because Jesus knew people were gambling all up and down the road. But when they brought it inside of his house, flipped them tables over. You got to get up out of here with that.
Well, that's true.
He wasn't going to the gambling house and flipping over tables. But when you brought it into his house.
That's a great analogy. When Jesus, you're right. When they were gambling out there,
he ain't bothering nobody.
But when they gambled in his house, he tore it up.
Yeah, you have to get it. They ain't gonna have him up in here.
He flipped tables over.
And that didn't make him.
He turned that thing out.
And he didn't hate nobody during that period or after that period. He still loved, but you're not gonna do this act in my house. And quit trying to make it seem like because I don't want you to do this act in my house that I don't love you. And that's what I'm saying. They use as this confusing mechanism. And that's where a whole lot of them
I do believe that with my child. No, I don't. I don't believe that people who choose, same gender loving people are pedophiles or anything. I don't think that at all. I don't think a lot of that. I think a lot of that is nonsense, and that's just some fear tactics and things like that. I think that's true.
Hey man, let me tell you, this is a real life thing. When I was in school, my mom died. I was young. This dude, I was a theater major. This dude, he was great, fantastic.
Oh, the one you told us about?
Yeah, and I'm saying, I'm just for the listeners in here, like this dude was like my big brother. This dude was like my boy. You know what I'm saying? He worked on Opryland. Emily. He worked at Opryland. He sang Old Man River. He was like the star of the show, did the star tuner. And I was like, yeah, and year go by. His mom and dad knew my mother had passed.
Oh, you told us about this.
And my mom had passed. And me and him was boys. I knew his little brother, his sister. We were boys. We go out, party and go places. Then one night, all of a sudden, he sharing his poem and telling me about the poem. And I said, man, that girl gonna love that poem. And he looked at me and said, maybe I need to read it again. And they read it. I said, I heard it. He read it again. I was like, I got it. I said, man, she gonna love that poem. He was like, no, maybe I need to read it again. I'm like, why does this dude keep saying I ain't drunk? Then he read it again. Then he said, it's for you. I was like, what? Like, dude, it crushed me because I told him, I said, man, I wouldn't have stopped being your friend. He said the reason why he didn't tell me because he thought I was going to stop being his friend. And I told him, no, you're my friend. You're like my brother. That don't mean but I am going to stop hanging out with you. I am going to stop, being in certain places with you because I didn't know. So yeah, like you run up on me and put your arm on my shoulder and we out at the pizza place or wherever we at, and I'm just thinking that's my boy. And there's somebody who knows that he's gay. They're sitting there going, oh, that must be his dude. I'm saying, and I was like, so I was disappointed because he didn't tell me. I wasn't disappointed because he was gay. That's not why I was disappointed. I wasn't angry because he was gay. I was angry because he was around me and wouldn't tell me.
And I think, and we love you too, Steve. To me, love being at home. Love y'all. We love you too. I think that is a great way for you to describe it, because I love all, and I would say it hadn't been hit, but I love all the members of my family, the same gender loving people, and really my same gender loving family members are some of the sweetest people that you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah.
Do anything for you.
Man, all the girls was crazy about him too, boy. I'm like, yeah, that's my role model. I'm like, no wonder them girls so comfortable with him. They over there exchanging beauty secrets. It was just tripped me out.
Y'all don't see it, but I'm throwing my phone. Y'all don't see it. I'm trying to throw my phone and hit Johnny in the head because.
But to this day, I still call him Big Brother. To this day, that was over 40 years,
right.
40 years ago.
You're right, and he still wanted to be hanging out. And Johnny you did hang out with him after that, didn't you?
It took a minute, a year or two, but you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, it was something I had to deal with too. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I looked at this dude as like my big brother. I never had I'm the oldest in my family. And at that point in my life, my mom had died and I was away from home and I didn't have no family up there in Nashville. And this dude, I could go to his mama's house, eat like I was at home, hang out with his mom, with his dad. And nobody never said he was gay, and then when I found out, I'm like, what? And I thought he was playing. I was like, man, quit playing.
And I think that we don't talk enough about these types of subjects to have what I call honest, honest conversations. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are listening who are just like us, who I don't have a problem with anybody in whatever gender they choose. I'm just saying, as for me, I can hang out with anybody because I know me. Me too. I can too, but
I'm just like
I got you. I can too. I just know that there are certain things I don't want around me, and but I mean, I don't really care what you do out in, as far as like what you do in public and just different things like that.
Yeah.
But let me see. I know 2 people that were gay when I was a child. They both attempted to rape me. My therapist helped me understand why I was homophobic when I became an adult. So the talk of loving someone is not something I have as a core value. Murderers, rapists, pedophiles are not people I choose to love. Wow, I am so sorry. I didn't know that. Hit Johnny for me. I will.
No, you do it.
Oh, you know what? Matilda is the shot lady. That girl can get blood from a turnip.
You hit me, Matilda.
Matilda can get blood from a turnip. Y'all don't know her, but I'm telling you.
Hey, we thank everybody that participated with us today.
What a great conversation.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Y'all be blessed.
All right, Steve.
All righty.
All right, Anthony, I hear you.
Until All of a Sudden, join them every Monday evening from 5:30 to 6:30. All of a Sudden with your host, Brenda Sutton. That's every Monday. We'll see you there.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM.